Hey guys, it's Liz and we're flipping things, and today I am doing a quick what's sold on eBay. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. I am moving over so that I can place the screenshots up here. I hope everyone is doing well. It is first thing in the morning here in Buffalo, New York, and it is hot. Like 90 degrees and 89% humidity. It is hot, so I'm trying to do this early. I don't have central air in my house. This is, you know, it is what it is. So let's talk about what's sold this week. Up first, these are some room darkening curtains. I got these in a bulk liquidation box that I bought through eBay. At the time, I wanted to try out curtains, see how they went. I will never try curtains again because if you don't have a pair, that's a tough sell. So I paid $4 for these. They sold for $8.10. The fees were $2.52. The buyer paid for shipping, making my profit $1.48. These took 449 days to sell, so I didn't care about my $1.58 profit. I was just happy to have some bulky curtains out of my inventory and off to a new home. So, up next, this is a pair of Crocs. They were like capri mules, and they were very small, like size 4, which would be like the tiniest woman of all time or a larger child, basically. Super small shoes. I paid $5 for these. I purchased them on Facebook. There was a period of time where there was like, I was trying to purchase inventory in some of these Facebook reselling groups. Anyways, I paid $5 for these. They sold for $14.99. The fees were $2.89, making my profit $7.10, which is okay. But they took 510 days to sell. And guess what? I still have another pair of like size 4 Crocs. So if anyone's in need, I've got them. Check out my store, link below. Up next, this is the Lego Movie. It's the 4-film collection. I paid 92 cents for this in a liquidation lot. Sold for $16.99. The fees were $5.84, making my profit $10.23. This one took 60 days to sell. I have sold several of these. In the beginning, they were selling in just a couple days. Now, I think as more have flooded the inventory, more have flooded the market. There's just not, they're not selling as fast, but I'm fine with a $10.23 profit. All good. Up next is Godzilla versus Kong. I paid $1.42 for this. It sold for $10. The fees with free shipping for the buyer were $4.88, making my profit $3.70. This one took 34 days to sell. Pretty cool. I mean, not actually cool. Like, is $3.70 cool? I guess if I only paid $1.42 for it, I guess that's cool, right? Like, but I like bigger profits than that. I tell you guys the truth. I show you the good and the bad. I show you my awesome profits, and I also include my not so awesome profits because that's the reality of reselling, at least for me. And I don't want everyone to feel like all these sales are phenomenal when the reality is like sometimes I make a great profit and sometimes I don't. So up next, this is Punky Brewster. This is a great profit. I paid $1.42 for this. It was the complete series, new and sealed. It sold for $30. The fees were $7.67. That included free shipping for the buyer, making my profit $20.91, and this took 34 days to sell. Super sweet, love it, would do that over and over if I could. Up next is the Godzilla Kong 3-film collection, which is different than Godzilla versus Kong because this one has 3 movies. Paid $1.42 for this. It sold for $14.99. The fees were $5.59, making my profit $7.98. This one sold in one day. When it sells in one day, I'm like super happy. Like I love to have it gone that fast, but then I'm like, did I underprice it? Is that why it sold so fast? I always kind of do that in my head. Up next, this is Yellowstone Season 3. This is the 4th or 5th Yellowstone Season 3 that I have sold. I paid 92 cents for this. It sold for $18.99. The fees were $6.30, making my profit $11.77. This one took 71 days to sell. So when I first started getting my hands on these in January, they were selling basically on the same day that I listed them for $19.99. Now it's 71 days to sell it for $18.99. And to be totally honest, I still have one that is in my inventory that's been there for over 3 months now. So Yellowstone is sort of down in popularity. I know they're filming the next season in Montana right now. I was just there. I will talk about that at the end of the video. I want to talk about Yellowstone real quick. But I was just in Montana, and I know they are filming the next season, so might go up in value when that actually comes out. Who knows? We'll see. Up next, this is a sound design cassette recorder. I picked this up for $7.50 when I was testing out Goodwill auctions. I'm not a fan of the Goodwill auctions. Even if you can pick it up locally at your store, I just wish they'd leave the stuff in the stores and let us find it, right? Like, price it right. I don't know. I'm annoyed by their auctions, but I had to test them out and see what it was like. So I paid $7.50 for this. It sold for $30. The fees were $4.35, making my profit $18.15, which is awesome. The issue with this is it was big, it was bulky, and it took 514 days to sell. So I made money on it, but to wait 514 days to make $18 is like, right? It's not really a win. Obviously, I was happy to sell it and have it out of my inventory, but could have been better. Up next, this is A Quiet Place, the 2-movie collection. This I paid $1.42 for in a liquidation lot. It sold for $15.99. The fees with free shipping were $5.79, making my profit $8.78. This one sold in one day. The Quiet Places always move really well for me, which is always kind of a surprise. I didn't realize they were as popular as they are. Up next, this is Scooby-Doo, the Monster Movie Collection. I paid $1.42 for this. It sold for $12.49. The fees with free shipping were $5.08, making my profit $5.99. This took 6 days to sell. Okay. Fantastic Beasts. There's actually going to be 2 of these. I will do them back to back. The first one I paid $1.21 for. It sold for $14.99. The fees were $5.61, making my profit $8.17. This one took 75 days to sell. The next one I paid 92 cents for. This one ironically sold for $1 more at $15.99. The fees were $5.71, making my profit $9.36, and this took 73 days to sell. So like in a 24-hour span, I sold 2 of the same movies that had sort of been sitting there for like 2.5 months. So it was kind of crazy. Happy to have them gone. Didn't realize that's sort of like a Harry Potter thing till Trevor just told me last week. I didn't know. Up next, this is CSI season 1 and 2. This was actually just in my husband's collection of DVDs, so it was pre-owned. I paid $0 for this because I just took it out of our basement. It sold for $6.99. The fees were $1.73. The buyer paid shipping on this one, making my profit $5.26, and it took 544 days to sell. I do not like selling the pre-owned DVDs. You can't make money on them. There's a risk that they're not gonna work, and they just seem to take forever to move. So as I've moved through this DVD experiment, if they're open, I really hate to sell them. I will if I have them, but I don't like to. I don't like to sell the open one. And the last thing I sold is, this is some fish gelatin powder. I paid $1.50 for this. This was in a Catch and Deals HBA box. I no longer source HBA just because, I don't know, there's so many opportunities for like Veros. There's so many opportunities to accidentally like pass an expiration date. Even though I made great money with them, I don't know, I've just sort of moved away from HBA. I know a lot of people love it, and I know there's a lot of money to make in it. Anyhow, I purchased this for $1.50, or each item was $1.50 in that box. It sold for $14.99. The fees were $6.61. That included a little bit of shipping, and the profit was $6.88. This one took 342 days to sell, so not a fast seller at all. So okay sales. My sales have actually been down this past week, but I have not been listing. I will tell you why. I have been completely consumed by the tragic events happening in Yellowstone. Most of you already know this, but I work for a company. I do content marketing for a company that has locations in and around national parks all over the country. Yellowstone is one of my personal accounts. So we have general stores inside of the park, all over the park, and then we own hotels, tour companies, and stuff like that outside of the parks in both West Yellowstone and Gardner. Just last week, 4 days before these devastating floods came through, I was inside Yellowstone. I was driving the North Loop, which is now, well, the whole park is completely closed now. I was driving the North Loop. I stayed in West Yellowstone, and then I went up into Gardner. Gardner was completely cut off from everything with no way in and no way out for several days, to the point where we were worried about them running out of things like water and food. But these are my friends, right? These are people that I work with and that I care about. And so it was shocking and upsetting to watch all this devastation. There are roads inside the park that I just don't know how long they're going to take to rebuild, but I am probably going to do 2 videos. I will probably do one video that is the whole road trip that we took from Colorado all the way through Wyoming into Montana. And then I will probably do one that is just Yellowstone and focus on the locations that I was in last week that are no longer going to be accessible to people until they can basically rebuild a lot of roads that have been washed out by floods, and there's still a chance for more this weekend. So that has consumed my time. It's been very long work days as we're on calls and getting updates and contacting customers. And, you know, I mean, I'm grateful to let you know that everyone, guests and employees, have been evacuated and everyone is safe. There was no one hurt, injured. There were no deaths, thank God. But Yellowstone is a very special place to me. So it's, yeah, it's really sad and really depressing. And I'm still kind of shocked that I was there 4 days before all this happened. So I will film a video, if you guys would like to see it, of right before. I know it'll probably be one of the last videos that will be up about this part of the park until it reopens. So say a prayer for everyone in and around Yellowstone. I will say this, Gardner is, I don't know when they'll be able to fix the entrance through Gardner into the park. And that is this tiny, beautiful little town with no box stores, with no chains, all small, locally owned businesses. And they're 100% dependent on tourism. And if there's no way into Yellowstone, it's going to be very difficult for that town to survive. So if in the future you are looking at visiting Montana or Yellowstone, please think about going to Gardner, because it's just such an incredible Old West small town. It's like, it's what's great about America is a place like Gardner. So keep them in your thoughts, say some prayers, and if you're planning a trip there in the next year or two, give Gardner a look. I promise I wouldn't lead you wrong. I wouldn't lead you astray. So I am going to get to work. I just got Matthew on the bus. I am about to get Trevor up and then get back to work. Michael's got a show tonight. He's playing a big show downtown, and it's an outdoor show in a big plaza downtown, and now we have thunderstorm and tornado warnings. So cool. Awesome. Awesome. That's the kind of week it's been. Anyways, have a beautiful day. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. If you haven't liked and subscribed and you'd like to, I would like that.